Hey guys, this is JoeLeMiracleMan, and I have a special guest with us, Camila, who is a brand new homeowner. Also, Michael Jimenez, the awesome real estate agent. He's really one of the best real estate agents in Minnesota. But Camila, congratulations on buying your new home. How do you feel?
Thank you so much. I feel like I'm cloud nine right now. I think it's a goal that I always wanted to achieve and I didn't know how to get there and I finally got to the top of the mountain, so I feel great.
Awesome, awesome. Well, what went well during your process?
Well, a lot of things went well and a lot of things were challenging, but I think that the highlights were that I worked with a very prepared team. So my realtor, Michael Jimenez, he knows a lot about the market. He's very well informed. He's well kept up to date with a lot of important information that is very relevant during this process. And Joe Miracle Man and the loan side of things was so great at explaining like every single part because it was all new to me and my partner. Like all the education piece was very important, like terminology, how to send documents, and walking us through that process was very helpful because it's very intense and there's just a lot to know, and that's why I felt like you both knew what you were doing and had the tools, had the network, had the professionalism and the technology, everything, so we would feel like we're in good hands.
Cool. Michael, let me ask you, so from your vantage point, what do you feel like went well?
Well, first of all glory to God. I think everything that I do is I try to see myself as a servant. And in this business, it's really a people driven business. So I put myself in the shoes of the buyer and the seller every time. So I'm a big negotiator. I love getting good deals for myself, and of course I'm going to do the same for my clients. I feel like sometimes I do more so that for my clients, because I want to make sure that this is the biggest purchase of their life. So I want to make sure I do my due diligence, and this is something that I'm lucky to do. So I want to make sure I give it my all. So I think things that went well were obviously us working together. We got a great history working together. So there's that trust level there. And I know that you're going to perform. So I know I got to do my part, and I trust that everyone's going to do their moving piece. So I think there's that trust there. And I think we just have a great team. So trusting in that.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Yeah, I love the service mentality that you have, and yeah, it's cool that you bring glory to God because that my faith is really strong as well, so we connect on that level. But yeah, it's all about serving our clients and God's will be done. So there's moments of challenges where we have to have the faith to, yeah, these can be overcome. We're not giving up. We fight hard, and we've overcame some challenges. So on that aspect, Camila, what do you feel like were some of the challenges that you had to overcome?
Challenges, I think, we see challenges in every single situation in life, but I think for home buying, purchasing world, I think the challenges are that as a person who's buying a house, we don't have the education to understand a lot of systems. And so when there's people who work in those environments are always like, oh, but you're supposed to know this, or like they don't take time to explain things. In this case, you both did. Like I had 5 million questions and you guys took the time to like answer my call, or if I had to send a document, you would send, like Joe would say, like, hey, Camila, you have to like screenshot it this way because for bank purposes, like just taking the time to do all those things, like other people would be like, why are you asking all these questions? Or why don't you not know? Like you guys knew, you met your clients where they're at versus like making them feel like this was impossible. And that to me was so important, especially because this was my first, home buying experience. So I think the challenges that came up were more about just not knowing how to navigate the system of buying a house. And both of y'all came through with that like 100% and more, like answering text messages, sending me like examples. I loved how Michael always like he would follow up with us after we saw a house, and he would send us all the information beforehand, just everything went so well. So yeah, I think you guys did a great job of addressing those challenges.
Cool, cool. How else did our team help you? Like what stood out in addition to that?
So I mean, I think the whole process of, going through the underwriting process was very complicated. So just helping us, how do you even take a snapshot of your bank account? Like Joe and his team like took time to be like, hey Camila, this is how you do it. You go in here, like even those steps. Also learning about, what does earnest money mean? How do you get your earnest money? Like how do you deposit it? Michael helped us with that. So like very specific things that came in the process of buying a home that might make sense to everyone were very new to me and my partner, and you guys always helped us understand those elements.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I got a question for Michael. You always amaze me, the deals you get for our clients, like the way you negotiate. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to hear it in action someday, but how do you get some really hard deals accepted? Like you're getting FHA approvals, you're getting below asking price in a market that's super competitive when I don't know how you do it, but yeah, what's going well in that area?
Well, Joe, that's the secret sauce, my man. So if I told you, you know what would have to happen. So
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. But yeah, so if you get a chance to work with Michael, I highly recommend him. So finally, Camila, what advice would you give to others who are trying to buy a home?
Wow, I mean, I could list like everything of like what to have or be prepared before, but adding on the challenges, I also want to add that Michael at the end of the road where we were trying to, closing costs and everything, his negotiation skills did miracles with your team because we were like very close to just not knowing what was going to be happening. So, yep, that is great that you have like he has those skills. Great. Pero what I would say advice is to always have a plan B. Always have a plan B. If you're only, work with people who have good referrals, who you have a friend, like if I have a friend now, I'm recommending, Joe and Michael Jimenez because they did such a great, like just be with people who know what they're doing. Because right now things are very, I would say like just a lot of things are happening with fraud and stuff and people not having, how do you say confianza, Michael?
Trust.
Trust, like just not, and I think having people who you can trust, you're going to be sending very sensitive documents, you're going to be giving all your information to a group of people and knowing that you both are so professional and have like the best team and we're in safe hands. So just knowing who to choose, having a team that who really cares about your safety and that you're going to get a home versus like just money.
Yeah, awesome. Well, congratulations again. We're so happy for you and Abraham. It's such a big goal that you've accomplished here. Any final words, Michael, before we wrap up?
Yeah, I mean, thank you guys first and foremost. Like I said, well, thank God overall. And this was a great dream that my dear friend Camila had. So I'm happy to be part of it. I'd love to assist anyone else who has any questions. Even if you're not looking to buy right now, Joe and I can answer any questions that you have in the process in the real estate. Homes, the market is so ever changing. So I would say definitely take advice from a professional, someone who's doing it, someone who's in the industry. There's so much hearsay about, oh, right now is a bad time to buy. I could say so many things about that. Interest rates are super low. So if you get a great deal, right now is the best time to buy. Right. So I think you really have to speak to a professional. And, the biggest thing that I do is I like to level with my clients, and I've been there. So I know every single step and where they've been at. So I like to level with them and develop that trust. I think that's the biggest thing, and trusting in God that everything will work out how it should. So I'm grateful for you guys, for the team. Thankful for Camila for giving me this opportunity, and congratulations, guys, on this new home. And this is going to be the first of many. So I'm glad.
All right. Sounds great. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.